Hi everybody, Susan LaCroix, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm here with some really exciting news. Stampin' Up this morning announced the launch of their new line of alcohol markers called Stampin Blends, and these will be available for customers to purchase on November 1st. So we have 12 colors. It comes in a light and a dark of these 12 colors. You'll be able to purchase the whole kit. You'll be able to purchase them one color at a time, which gives you 2 markers, or you can purchase them independently. So if they start to dry out, as alcohol markers do, you can just simply replace it by purchasing just one. 2 new additions to the alcohol family is the Ivory Marker and the Bronze Marker. Now, if you were with us a few years ago, we had an issue with the caps. There was pinpoint or microscopic holes that was causing the ink to dry out. Stampin' Up pulled those, redesigned the case, and we're ready to launch. So November 1st, these will be available. Additionally, to go along with this, on a limited basis, or as supplies last, there is a stamp set called Color Me Happy and a project kit to make some cards specifically designed for the alcohol markers. These will also be available November 1st. Okay, so let me show you some quick samples from that kit before we get started. So here's one, and here's some of it with the Chinese lanterns. A quick little thank you card, very sweet, and a flower card with a greeting, so happy for you. So you get all the little sequins, you get the little tassels, so lots of fun making these cards. Very easy to make. And they come with an instruction set. All right, so I'm going to move the markers out of my way and pull this down a little bit. And I'm going to pull some markers that I want here, over here. All right, so what you want to ideally do is look for a line art set. So I've chosen this little Piggy to do a quick little card on a note card. So I've got the image that is Hogs and Kisses. Just a quick note about the ink. When you're using alcohol markers, you want to use a water-based ink so that it doesn't become muddy, the colors. So I'm going to open up my Memento ink, stamp up my little pig, and I'm going to stamp her in the corner, or maybe over a little bit. Okay. So I always start with my lightest color, so I'm using pink Pirouette. Brush tip, all the markers have a brush and a fine tip like our water-based markers do. And I'm just going to quickly lay on a color of the lighter pink Pirouette. And I always start with my lighter shades when I'm watercoloring, because you can always add color, you cannot take it away. And you don't have to be real exact. And what I like about this is that you don't get the lines that you might get from the water-based markers. So these will blend very nicely. So now I've got my darker. I'm going to color her little snout. You can also just use these to color. You don't necessarily have to blend all the time. I just happen to like blending a lot. So we're just going to add a little bit here, maybe up around her rump and down here. And I'm always going to use my lighter color to blend. So I'm going to pick up my light again, and I use a burnishing stroke, so a circular, to kind of blend those edges right away. And I'm going to leave her nose dark. So if you just come along, a circular motion, and blend away. And we'll just give a quick circular all the way around. And our pig is done. So I did use the gray marker, the green marker, to add some color. So I'm going to show you the finished project. So I used the Smoky Slate here and some of the olive here, and then I just stamped some kisses on and used some of our gingham ribbon to give us this quick finish. But you can see there's no lines. It's great. I just love it. Love it. Okay, a couple more samples to show you very quickly. Using the, the floral sentiments is this one. So again, I used the pink Pirouette, light and dark, and I used the olive, and I used some faceted gems for the flowers. And then this little guy, Celebrate. This is from that stamp set that's available on November 1st. So there we go. And here's another one from the other one. In this one, you can color the pearls with the alcohol markers as well. So you can color rhinestones, anything. And then this one is half full from the holiday catalog. Using that, you can just kind of leave some white around to show kind of the shine. And for you wine aficionados, this stamp set pairs very well with the wood designer series paper. All right, you can also use non-line art. So I chose vintage leaves. So it's just more of a solid image. But what you want to do is you want to take a light ink. So I've chosen Sahara Sand. So we're going to stamp our leaf. Actually, I'm going to stamp off once. Yeah, I got to do that again. Stamp off once, and then stamp our leaf on here. I'm going to take my light olive, and I'm going to start just by outlining this. And I'm just going to start to show you, so I'm only going to maybe do half the leaf, and then I'll show you a finished project. So we're just going to cut this right in half. And so I'm going to take my brush marker and just add some green. And I can tell you that you don't need to just layer the same color. So I don't have to just layer a light and dark olive. You can add some other color to it. So another word, you should always cap your ink so you don't leave it laying around. So I'm going to grab just a couple other colors here to help us with this. And I'm going to take my dark pumpkin, because in the fall leaves change and they turn all these beautiful, beautiful colors. So I'm just going to add a little bit there. And I'm going to take my lighter and do some blending. And the nice thing about this too is that if you don't like how your project is looking, then you just add a different color to it. So you just want to keep blending. I want to grab a little yellow and do the same thing. And blend with that. So again, I'm just blending, and you can just kind of blend over everything. So you're getting the idea of how you can just add color. So let me show you a finished piece that I did for the whole leaf. Okay, so you can just kind of see how they turned out. And then what I did was I took this over to my Big Shot, and I die cut out with the leaflets, framelets. But you see how it's got some white edges around it? So I just simply took my lighter olive, and I'm just filling in the edges so that you'll have a nice leaf. And I happen to have stamped this one on shimmery. So we need to do a little blending here maybe. And then to finish it off, I used bronze on the stem. So let me just fill in this stem a little bit. There we go. So you can use non-line art. Anyway, there we go. A quick little tutorial on using the Stampin' Blends. Again, I hope you'll enjoy using these. They're going to be fun to work with. Thank you so much for watching. There'll be more to come on Stampin' Blends in the future. Thank you. Have a good day.